Dangerous passion comes with risks. Unfortunately, in this case, a well-known YouTuber found out. He was passionate about snakes, but he certainly did not expect that they would be the cause of a huge tragedy in his life. Recall that 18 years ago, Australian crocodile hunter Steve Irwin suffered a similar accident. The man was known for hosting a number of nature programs. The naturalist was engaged in catching dangerous animals, and he died after an encounter with a stingray that contributed to his death. Unfortunately, history has come full circle, as a similar situation has now occurred. Graham Dingo Dinkelman, nicknamed Australia's Steve Irwin, did not survive an encounter with a common mamba. Dinkelman, whose videos of close encounters with venomous snakes attracted the attention of viewers around the world, lost his fight for life after spending a month in the intensive care unit. The man became a victim of his passion when he was bitten by a green mamba, one of Africa's most venomous snakes. Despite immediate hospitalization and hopes for a speedy recovery, it turned out that the YouTuber was allergic to snake venom, leading to anaphylactic shock and death. The news of the naturalist's death was shared via social media by his wife, Kirsty. In a touching post, she thanked the public for their support in difficult times and highlighted her husband's unbroken fight for life.
Hi everyone, it's Kirsty here, Dingo's wife. I just wanted to give you guys an update on our current situation. This last week, Dingo had a venomous snake bite which, unfortunately, due to his allergy to snake venom, sent him straight into anaphylactic shock. Fortunately, we were able to rush him straight to hospital. He is currently in ICU on a ventilator and in an induced coma. The doctors are keeping him heavily sedated to give his body as much of a fighting chance to fully recover. We have a very long road ahead of us, but Dingo is being cared for by an incredible team of amazing doctors and nurses whom we are so grateful for.
Dingo Dinkelman, a father of 3, left behind a rich legacy of 320 YouTube videos and hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. His commitment to conservation and love of animals, especially African mammals, was undeniable. His death serves as a reminder of the risks of close encounters with wild animals and undermines the method of face-to-face interaction as a form of nature education. YouTuber Graham Dingo Dinkelman died at the age of 44 on Saturday, October 26, 2024. News of the death of Catwoman, known for her love of plastic surgery, has swept the world. Over the course of her life, she was said to have spent some $4 million on the procedures. For more than a dozen years, she insisted that she did not use aesthetic medicine, but later admitted that the treatments were there, but not as much as the media portrayed. It is already known what the cause of her death was. At the age of 84, Jocelyn Wildenstein, known as Catwoman, passed away with the new year. The death was announced by the celebrity's life partner Lloyd Klein. Jocelyn gained fame primarily for her extravagant appearance. The woman repeatedly underwent aesthetic medicine procedures, on which she was said to have spent a total of about $4 million. Her private life, which was decidedly colorful, also attracted attention. The Catwoman married French billionaire and art collector Alec Wildenstein in 1978. After 20 years of marriage, the couple divorced due to infidelity on the part of her husband. The divorce made her one of the richest people in the world after she received $2.5 billion in compensation. In addition, Jocelyn received $100 million in annual payments from Alec for the next 13 years. In 2017, Jocelyn became engaged to a designer 28 years younger, Lloyd Klein. Now the cause of the woman's death has been revealed. Jocelyn Wildenstein died most likely as a result of a pulmonary embolism. Some time ago, her life partner lamented during an interview that people only associate her because of her plastic surgery. The Catwoman had plans to participate in a documentary film and a reality show to help her rebuild the financial cushion she had lost, despite receiving a huge fortune after her divorce. "Please put your health first," Jody Vance's family wrote after her sudden death. The 20-year-old athlete and trainer died at the Arnold Sports Festival due to complications from dehydration. Jody Vance, a coach and figure sports competitor, died of cardiac arrest at the Arnold Sports Festival in Columbus. The 20-year-old suffered a heart attack caused by dehydration, and despite resuscitation attempts, she could not be saved. According to the men's fitness website, Vance was a promising figure in the world of bodybuilding. In 2024, she placed third in the NPC Battle of Texas in the women's physique category. She did not compete at the Arnold Sports Festival but supported her charges as a coach. At some point, she began experiencing severe discomfort, including vomiting and symptoms of dehydration. Her family shared the news of her death on social media. Her heart stopped due to complications from dehydration. Despite the efforts of doctors, it was not possible to save her. Loved ones wrote, emphasizing how sudden and unexpected the event was. "If anyone can take anything from this, please, put your health first," the letter said. It read, Vance's coach, Justin Mihaly, addressed speculation about her health and preparations. He stressed that the athlete was not downsizing and that she still had 20 weeks left until her next competition. He also claimed that she had not used diuretics, but had used 2 dangerous substances outside the established protocol. "I didn't know about it, her family didn't know," he admitted. Mihaly also revealed that Vance's potassium level in the hospital was 9 millimoles per liter, suggesting the use of a potassium-sparing diuretic. Combined with a fat-burning substance, this could have led to tragic consequences. Jody Vance's death has sparked a wave of discussion about the risks associated with extreme competition preparation. Richard Chamberlain won the hearts of women with his role in the 1960s TV series Dr. Kildare, which was filmed in the 1960s. He sealed his star status with 2 cult productions, Shogun and The Thornbirds. The actor's death was announced by his longtime partner Martin Rabbit. Richard Chamberlain played nearly 60 roles in his career, but is best known for his television hits. His path to fame turned out to be the title role in the 1960s medical series Dr. Kildare, when in the 1980s he played the role of navigator John Blackthorne, who, coincidentally, plays a key role in the power struggle in 17th century Japan. The streets were deserted during the broadcast of the series Shogun. A similar situation occurred 3 years later, when he played a priest caught up in a forbidden affection in The Thornbirds. Few remember that it was Chamberlain who was the first Jason Bourne, and he played the lead role in The Man in the Iron Mask 23 years before Leonardo DiCaprio came along. The actor died at the age of 90 in Waimanalo, Hawaii, due to complications from a stroke. As Martin Rabbit, the actor's longtime partner, conveyed in an official statement, "Our beloved Richard is now with the angels. He is free and will soon be reunited with loved ones who have gone before him. We were lucky to have met such an amazing and loving person. Love never dies. Our love lifts him toward his next great adventure." George Richard Chamberlain was born on March 31, 1934 in Los Angeles. After earning a degree in art and serving 2 years in Korea, he began studying acting while guest starring in television series. His debut on the big screen was the thriller Secret of the Purple Reef, filmed in 1960. A year later, Chamberlain's life was transformed by the series Dr. Kildare. In 2003, the actor published his autobiography, Shattered Love, a memoir. In addition to acting, he was passionate about singing, painting, and ecology. Thanks to his efforts, the Tuolumne River, flowing out of Yosemite National Park, was declared a protected area. Privately, Chamberlain had a decades-long relationship with actor, screenwriter, and producer Martin Rabbit. People close to the actor call Rabbit the love of his life, his best friend and soulmate. The date of the funeral has not yet been disclosed. For now, the actor's relatives have made an appeal to mourners to donate money to an environmental or human rights organization in Hawaii, the place where Chamberlain spent 40 years of his life, instead of buying flowers. Michelle Trachtenberg emerged early in show business. She became a real star in 2000 when she joined the cast of Buffy, the cult series starring Sarah Michelle Gellar. There, she played the role of Dawn Summers, the younger sister of the title character. She made an equally big splash in the production of Gossip Girl, also known by its original title Gossip Girl. There, she played Georgina Sparks until 2012. Of course, in later years, she received more roles, but not so many, and it was difficult for her to regain her former fame. For this, in 2023, she returned to the role of Georgina in the reboot of the HBO platform series Max. Recently, however, she has greatly disturbed fans. There was no shortage of comments in the comments regarding her appearance. Although Michelle has not appeared in high-profile productions for some time, she could still count on the attention of fans. Her profile on Instagram was followed by nearly 840,000 people. Over the past year, however, fans were deeply concerned. The actress had lost a lot of weight, and some people noticed yellowish whites of her eyes in some photos. Trachtenberg dismissed all these remarks with a laugh, although it was clear how much they annoyed her. Several times she pointed out that any advice to go to the doctor was unnecessary. Because she was healthy, happy, nothing was wrong with her, and she had not undergone any treatments. She blamed the changes in her appearance on the passing years, although fans argued that they were the consequences of passing time. She, however, cut off their speculations and blocked others. Recently, I received several comments about my appearance. I have never undergone plastic surgery. I'm happy and healthy. Do some research yourself, she wrote under one of the photos. Unfortunately, Trachtenberg was found on February 26th in the early morning hours in her apartment, lifeless. The details reported by the foreign press are extremely sad. The New York Post reports that Trachtenberg was found by her mother around 8 a.m. in her apartment, which was located in the luxury One Columbus Place apartment building in Manhattan's Central Park South neighborhood. The newspaper adds that some sources say she had recently undergone a liver transplant. The service has not given any details at this time, but her death is not considered suspicious. Sites such as People and Page 6 mention, however, that both the Los Angeles coroner and the actress's representatives have not yet issued any official statement regarding the reasons for her passing. Michelle's last post on Instagram appeared a week ago. She posted a photo from a few years ago and wrote that at the time she wanted to look like naughty Tinkerbell from Peter Pan. However, the more current photo, from 2 weeks ago, clearly shows the changes that internet users have written so much about. Alan Leonard Rachins, born October 3, 1942, was an American actor, known for his role as Douglas Brackman in L.A. Law, which earned him both Golden Globe and Emmy nominations, and his portrayal of Larry, Dharma's hippie father, on the television series Dharma and Greg. Alan Leonard Rachins was born in Cambridge, Massachusetts, on October 3, 1942, to a Jewish family, the son of Edward and Ida Rachins of Boston. His father was in a family food manufacturing business called Snowcrest. He graduated from Brookline High School. He enrolled at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, ultimately dropping out, but managed to graduate from Empire State College in 1974. He moved to New York to study acting. Beginning in 1967, he performed in a succession of plays, including the original Broadway productions of After the Rain and Hadrian VII, as well as the original off-Broadway productions of The Trojan Women and the controversial O Calcutta. In 1972, Rachins put his acting career on hold when he was accepted as a fellow in the writing and directing programs at the American Film Institute. He went on to sell scripts to a variety of shows, including The Fall Guy, Hill Street Blues, Knight Rider, Quincy, and Heart to Heart. Despite these successes as a writer and director, Rachins returned to his acting career with a leading role in Henry Jaglam's independent film, Always. This critically acclaimed film brought him widespread attention and ultimately led to his role on L.A. Law. He continued working in feature films and provided the voice for the Clock King in 2 episodes of Batman, the animated series, and later in 1 episode of Justice League Unlimited. His later theater appearances included the world premiere of Arthur Lawrence's Attacks of the Heart at the George Street Playhouse in New Brunswick, New Jersey. At the Cape Playhouse, he played the part of Matthew Harrison Brady in Inherit the Wind. He tackled the role of Albin in La Cage aux Folles at the Jupiter Theater, was seen in Love Letters with Swoosie Kurtz at Beverly Hills' Coronet Theater, and starred in a revival of Promises with Jason Alexander, Gene Smart, and Alan Thicke at the Freud Theater in Los Angeles. Rachins appeared on the ABC television series Eli Stone, playing an attorney in consultation with Stone. The name Brackman can be seen in inverted letters on a translucent wall behind Rachins. For 2 seasons, he provided the voice of Norman Osborn in the animated series The Spectacular Spider-Man. He also appeared on the TNT television series Rizzoli and Isles as a recurring guest star and guest starred as Frank, Bob's father, and Gabe, PJ, and Teddy's granddad in the Good Luck Charlie episode, It's a Charlie Duncan Thanksgiving. Rachins and actress Joanna Frank married in 1978 and had a son. The couple formed the production company Alafit Productions, which acquired books and original screenplays to develop for television and feature films. Rachins was a member of Mensa International. He supported Jesse Jackson for the Democratic presidential nomination in 1988. Rachins died from heart failure at the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles on November 2, 2024, at the age of 82. He never took shortcuts. He refused Lynch and Coppola. He caused problems. Many actors or directors simply did not like working with him. Val Kilmer chose a path not obvious but his own. Although he did a lot to make it different, he became a Hollywood star anyway. Robin Williams, Viola Davis, Jessica Chastain, or Adam Driver are just some of the graduates of the prestigious Juilliard School in New York. Harvard for actors. Recruitment passes a handful, less than a percentage of applicants. Val Kilmer ended up there as one of the youngest students ever. In 1983, shortly before his 24th birthday, he made his Broadway debut. He played one of the leading roles in the play The Slab Boys alongside Sean Penn and Kevin Bacon. On the big screen, he made his big screen debut shortly thereafter as a singing rock star in the slapstick comedy Top Secret. Even then, he became recognizable. The young actor's life changed for good after the release of the film Top Gun with Tom Cruise. Hundreds of thousands of young Americans dreamed of joining the Army and doing what the main characters did. Who was not Maverick was Iceman. Proposals poured in. Coppola called, Lynch called, other greats called. But Kilmer was very picky. "I acted as if acting had nothing to do with business," he said later. He rejected roles that almost guaranteed him millions and cemented his star status. "I didn't want to take shortcuts." He came across as difficult. He gave a lot of himself and expected the same from others. He was, by his own admission, very specific about artistic expectations. This is a euphemism. Many co-workers complained that he was sometimes very difficult to please. Robert Downey Jr., with whom Kilmer starred in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, recounted that for the first few days he came to the set like a punishment. "I couldn't stand him," he wrote in his biography. "Fortunately, we later became good friends. Apparently, I have an evil twin," laughed Kilmer when asked about his unpredictability. He managed his career differently in his own way, which doesn't mean well. In the second half of the 1990s, he actually succeeded only in a supporting role in Michael Mann's Excellent Heat. At the same time, he also played Batman in Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever, but neither the film nor his performance was considered outstanding. Janet Maslin wrote in the New York Times that, "There is nothing there to consider except kitchen props." In 2014, he was diagnosed with throat cancer. A tracheotomy operation robbed him of his voice. He appeared in salons and on screen less and less frequently. Fans were not left without a memento. In 2021, a moving documentary Val was made, in which he told his story himself. The film won acclaim and awards and was narrated by his son Jack. "I wanted to be a better person. I try to understand this every day, that I should have loved more," he said in a recent interview. At the end of the coronavirus pandemic, he briefly returned as Iceman in Top Gun Maverick. The touching scene in which he wordlessly said goodbye to Maverick, Cruz, was a tribute not only to the film, but to Kilmer himself. "It's time to let go," he wrote. Val Edward Kilmer was born on December 31, 1959 in Los Angeles. His father was a real estate developer, his mother a housewife. His younger brother, Wesley, drowned in 1977. Kilmer recalled that moment as a turning point. "I didn't come back to Earth for 2 or 3 years," he said. He said of the bereavement, which affected among other things his role in The Salton Sea. He was married to actress Joanne Whalley, with whom he has 2 children, Mercedes and Jack. After his divorce, he became embroiled in high-profile romances with Angelina Jolie, model Cindy Crawford, Paris Hilton. He lived on a ranch in New Mexico and for a while considered running for governor of that state. He was interested in Mark Twain and wrote and staged the monodrama Citizen Twain, in which he played the writer for years. He died on April 2, 2025 in Los Angeles from pneumonia. He was 65 years old. He left behind not only dozens of film roles but also the story of an artist who, though not always appreciated, was always himself. Once you become a star, you are one forever. It's just a matter of level, he said. Nicky Katt, an esteemed actor who made cinema history with roles in such productions as Dazed and Confused and the TV series Boston Public, has died at the age of 54. Although the cause of his death was not disclosed, the news of his passing shocked the film world. Nicky Katt was born on May 11, 1970. He began his professional career at an early age. As a child, he appeared in various television series, and in 1989 he made his first appearance on the big screen in the film The Burbs. His breakthrough role was as Clint Bruno in the 1993 cult comedy Dazed and Confused, which also starred Ben Affleck and Matthew McConaughey. In the following years, Katt gained recognition through a variety of roles in cinema productions. He appeared in such films as Suburbia, directed by Richard Linklater, The Limey, directed by Steven Soderbergh, A Time to Kill, and Batman and Robin, among others. In 2000, Katt was in the cast of high-profile films such as Insomnia, directed by Christopher Nolan, Sin City, an adaptation of Frank Miller's comic book, and the controversial production Full Frontal. His greatest popularity came with his role as Harry Sennett in the series Boston Public, about the lives of teachers and students in an American high school. He also made a guest appearance in one episode of the cult sitcom Friends. His acting talent, which was characterized by versatility and commitment, won the praise of both critics and viewers. Nicky Katt left an indelible mark in the history of cinema and television. His sudden death is a huge loss to the entertainment world. Bradford died on October 15, 2024. News of her passing was not made public until half a month later. The TikToker's family on October 31st uploaded a posthumous message to her profile, which Bradford recorded shortly before her death. Over the past few months, the young TikToker had openly shared with fans her life in the shadow of a rare form of mandibular muscle cancer. In the final video, she revealed that in her case, passing away was inevitable, reminded her watchers of the fleeting nature of life, and at the same time, for the last time, Bradford initially thought her problems were due to erupting wisdom teeth. In 2021, however, she received a cancer diagnosis, and 3 years later, died surrounded by loved ones. The news of her death was revealed with a statement written by Bella, as well as a few words from her family. "Thank you for all your support and love. No act of kindness was wasted on her. She was always extremely grateful," the statement said. Conveyed the deceased influencer's loved ones. "My cancer is incurable and unfortunately, my life at this point is over and I have died. However, I wanted to record the last video in the Get Ready With Me series because I love creating them and I love fashion. Thank you for being with me on this amazing journey. I hope my videos will bring you a moment of joy when you need it," Bella Bradford stressed in the video. In her latest video, the TikToker presented the outfit of the day, including a strapless dress, ballerinas, and a cardigan. She also mentioned that her uncle and aunt, with whom she lived in Sydney, helped her prepare the video. In a touching farewell, she thanked her watchers for the wild and wonderful ride and wished them a beautiful and amazing life, passing on lots of love.
Thank you for all your love and support throughout my final stages of life. I am so grateful. Filming these videos truly brought me a sense of pure ops in my final few months and also connected me with a very kind community of people. I wish you all a beautiful life, and please remember to live each day with as much significance as the next. What a privilege it is to grow old. Thank you for allowing me to be myself on this platform. I really felt excited each day to jump on here and connect over our shared love of life and fashion. Love always.
The sad news was delivered to the media by the wife of actor Tony Todd. The star of the Candyman series, who is also known for the Final Destination series, has died. He was 69 years old. Tony Todd was born in the U.S. capital, Washington, D.C. on December 4, 1954. However, he grew up in Connecticut. It was at the State University there that he began studying acting. After 2 years of study, he transferred to the Eugene O'Neill National Actors Theatre Institute. He made his big screen debut in 1986. Audiences then saw him alongside Steve Buscemi in Sleepwalk and Oliver Stone's great work Platoon. The following year, he already scored 6 film and TV series roles. This will become his trademark. In total, Tony Todd received more than 200 roles in cinema and television alone. And that's not all. Todd also had a strong interest in theater. He has roles both on and off Broadway. Todd's career breakthrough turned out to be the modest 1992 horror film Candyman. The actor played the title character, an African-American man brutally murdered in the 19th century for having an affair with a white woman, who now returns as a vengeful creature who kills anyone who dares to say his name 5 times in front of a mirror. This character is forever etched in the collective memory and made Todd an icon of modern horror. In the decades that followed, Tony Todd starred in many iconic horror films. Among the most important ones are The Crow, Wishmaster, Hatchet, and its sequel, as well as several installments of the Final Destination series, where he played the key character of William Bloodworth in the mythology of this universe. Although Tony Todd is mostly known to fans of horror cinema, the actor himself has also had numerous roles in other productions. He has worked several times with Michael Bay, for example. Indeed, he starred in the film The Rock and lent his voice to the Fallen in the show Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Despite his illness, Tony Todd remained professionally active until the very end. There are at least several productions with his participation awaiting release. Tony Todd died at home on Wednesday. His wife, however, has only now informed the world. Timothy West was born in 1934 in Bradford. He was a very popular theatre actor, whom the BBC described as one of Britain's most outstanding and versatile actors. He played leading roles in plays such as Uncle Vanya, Death of a Salesman, Twilight of the Long Day, and Macbeth, among others. Since the 1960s, he has also appeared on television. Among others, he appeared in British soap operas such as Coronation Street and EastEnders, and in the TV series Not Going Out. He played the role of Winston Churchill 3 times, in 1979's Churchill and the Generals, 1984's The Last Bastion, and 1995's Hiroshima. He gained wide recognition for his roles in the 1973 film The Day of the Jackal and 2003's Beyond Borders. The program Great Canal Journeys, broadcast since 2014, where he and his wife traveled by boat through British canals, also proved to be a big success for him. In the program, they talked openly about the woman's dementia, among other things. West was married to actress Jacqueline Boyer from 1956 to 1961. The marriage produced 1 daughter. In 1963, he married actress Prunella Scales, with whom he had 2 sons, actor Samuel West and Joseph. The death of Timothy West was announced in a statement by his children, Juliet, Samuel, and Joseph. After a long and remarkable life on and off the stage, our beloved father, Timothy West, passed away peacefully in his sleep last night. They relayed on Wednesday. As the statement added, the actor was in the hospital in the last days of his life, surrounded by family and friends. In addition to his children, he left behind his wife Prunella Scales, with whom he was married for 61 years, as well as 7 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren. "We will all miss him terribly," the statement said. John Tinniswood, believed to be the world's oldest man, has died in a nursing home in Southport, UK. The record holder survived for 112 years. He was born a few months after the Titanic disaster. Before his death, he shared the secret to longevity. The death of John Alfred Tinniswood was announced by the Guinness Book of World Records. The title of the world's oldest man was awarded to the Englishman in April of this year, following the death of the previous record holder, 114-year-old Venezuelan Juan Vicente Perez. His last day was shrouded in music and love. Conveyed in a statement the man's family, thanking all who took care of him all these years. John Tinniswood was born on August 26, 1912. Just a few months earlier, New Mexico and Arizona had become American states, and Roald Amundsen had officially announced the conquest of the South Pole. During World War II, Tinniswood worked in the administration of the Royal Army Pay Corps, responsible for managing the British Army's finances. He then worked in accounting for oil giants Shell and BP. He was a soccer fan, cheered for Liverpool, and ate fish and French fries every Friday. Staff at the care center described him as a big talker. "I don't feel this age. I don't get excited about it. That's probably why I reached it. I just take it in stride like everything else, he said. Relayed Tinnis Wood in a statement released on the occasion of his 112th birthday. Revealing the secret of his longevity, he stressed that he owes his age to pure luck and finding moderation. If you drink too much, eat too much, or walk too much, if you do anything too much, it will eventually cause you suffering, he added. The title of oldest after the late Briton is likely to be taken over by Ben Ngemeni Mabuza of South Africa. His 112th birthday will be celebrated on April 4th. Woman is 116-year-old Japanese woman Tomiko Ituka. The oldest in history, on the other hand, is considered to be French Jeanne Calment, who died in 1997 at the age of 122. Debbie Nelson, mother of rapper Eminem, died on December 2nd. A rep for the artist confirmed that the cause of death was complications from lung cancer, which Nelson had been suffering from since September of this year. Debbie Nelson was born in 1955 on a military base in Kansas. In her 2008 autobiography, My Son Marshall, My Son Eminem, she described her difficult childhood in a large, dysfunctional family. Her parents separated when she was less than 10 years old, and as the oldest of 5 children, she had to take on the responsibility of supporting the family. At the age of 16, Debbie married Marshall Bruce Mathers Jr., Eminem's father. 2 years later, in 1972, their son Marshall Bruce Mathers III, later known as Eminem, was born. Debbie Nelson's relationship with her son was fraught with conflict over the years. Eminem publicly rapped about it in the 2002 song Cleanin' Out My Closet, which led Debbie to sue him for $11 million in defamation. The court awarded Nelson only $25,000, leaving her with about $1,600 after deducting legal costs. However, Debbie Nelson has often expressed hope for reconciliation. In a 2008 interview with The Village Voice, she said, "There is hope for everyone. You just have to swallow your pride and move on." In 2013, Eminem released the song Headlights, which fans took as a form of apology to his mother. When Eminem was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022, his mother congratulated him in a special video. "Marshall, I couldn't let this day pass without my congratulations," he said. She said in the video, which was later deleted. One thing is certain, Debbie Nelson had a huge influence on Eminem's work. The hip-hop scene has lost one of its most important figures. Samantha Lawrence, known for her band We Papa Girl Rappers, has lost her battle with cancer. She passed from this world at the age of 55. Lawrence, also known by her stage name T.Y. Tim, together with her sister Sandra, nicknamed Total S, launched the hit We Rule, which dominated the UK charts in the late 1980s. The death of Samantha Lawrence was announced by the rapper's family. In a statement they wrote, "It is with great sadness that we announce that beloved sister and mother Samantha Lawrence passed away on Sunday." Lawrence's sister Sandra reported that her younger sister passed away peacefully in London. DJ Dave Pierce remembered Samantha warmly, commenting, "Very sad to announce the passing of Samantha Lawrence aka T.Y. Tim of pioneering 80s UK hip-hop pop duo We Papa Girl Rappers." Together with her sister Sandra, they were best known for the 1988 top 10 hit We Rule. Sam was part of a defining and groundbreaking era of trailblazing British female rappers who against the odds conquered the UK charts alongside the likes of Cookie Crew. It was a really exciting time for me and always a pleasure to work with them on my Radio London hip-hop show. Back in the day, their positive energy was infectious. Always keen to experiment, they fused dancehall and reggae with We Rule and stepped into the house arena courtesy of Kevin Saunderson's remix of Heat It Up. Through her success, Sam will have inspired others to follow their dreams. I'm glad I had the chance to remind her of that recently. Thoughts with her sister Sandra and daughter Kiki. Rest in peace. The name of the We Papa Girls rappers comes from the French Creole expression We Papa from St. Lucia, which was often used by their dad. They found success on the charts in the late 1980s and were backing singers for Feargal Sharkey before signing with Jive Records. Sandra and Samantha are best known for their single, We Rule, which reached number 6 on the UK singles chart in October 1988. Their single, Heat It Up, featuring 2 men and a drum machine, reached number 21 on the UK singles chart in June 1988. The duo released 2 albums on Jive Records before splitting up in early 1991. A later reunion as the Wee Papas yielded limited return. Many knew her from TikTok. Deborah Fink won the hearts of nearly 500,000 watchers by sharing her battle with cancer. Unfortunately, a serious illness took her from this world. The passing of the 57-year-old TikToker has touched the entire community, and her daughter's words are squeezing tears from her eyes. Deborah Fink was not afraid to talk about her illness. With humor and openness, she talked about the daily challenges she faced. Her profile on TikTok was a place where joy alternated with sadness, and authenticity was a currency that was valued by her thousands of followers. Internet users regarded Deborah as a symbol of courage and steadfastness. Deborah struggled with smooth cell sarcoma, a rare and difficult-to-treat type of cancer. Despite specialized therapies, the disease proved stronger. The beloved TikToker passed away on January 14th. Her death was announced online by her daughter. These farewell words squeezed tears from her eyes.
To my mommy, my best friend, my sunshine, thank you for everything you've done for me. You were the most beautiful mother and the best mommy anyone could ever ask for. You taught me strength, courage, bravery, and what it means to truly love and never give up. You believed in me, stood by me, and showed me the meaning of unconditional love. You will always be remembered, never replaced. You were the sunshine of my life, and every time I see a sunflower, I will know you are here with me. Thank you to everyone who loved my mommy and showed her kindness. Your support means the world to us. I love you, Mommy, forever and always.
The words of daughter Deborah, full of love and gratitude, showed the deep bond the two women had with each other. In 2005, Fink took part in the Nanny 911 program, in which female specialists help parents raise their children. Deborah and her partner Paul had a sizable family, as 3 twins were born to them. In addition to their daughter Katerina, they also raised Alexandra, Amanda, Stephen, David, and Daniel. The news of Deborah's death caused a wave of sadness among TikTok and Instagram users. Many expressed their sympathy and thanks for what Deborah gave to the world: courage, inspiration, and lessons of unconditional love.
Jerry Butler Jr. was an American soul singer-songwriter, producer, musician, and politician. He was the original lead singer of the R&B vocal group The Impressions, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1991. After leaving the group in 1991-1960, Butler achieved over 55 Billboard pop and R&B chart hits as a solo artist, including He Will Break Your Heart, Let It Be Me, and Only the Strong Survive. He was inducted into the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame in 2015. He served as a commissioner for Cook County, Illinois, from 1985 to 2018. As a member of this 17-member county board, he chaired the Health and Hospitals Committee and served as vice chair of the Construction Committee. Butler was born in Sunflower, Mississippi, United States, in 1939. When Butler was 3 years old, the family moved to Chicago, Illinois, and he grew up in the Cabrini Green housing projects. The mid-1950s had a profound effect on Butler's life. He performed in a church choir with Curtis Mayfield. As a teenager, Butler sang in a gospel quartet called Northern Jubilee Gospel Singers, along with Mayfield. Mayfield, a guitar player, became the lone instrumentalist for the 6-member Roosters group, which later became The Impressions. Inspired by Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers, the 5 Blind Boys of Mississippi, and the Pilgrim Travelers, getting into the music industry seemed inevitable. Butler's younger brother, Billy Butler, also had a career in the music industry, including playing guitar with Jerry's band until his death in 2015. His wife Annette, originally one of his backup singers, died in 2019. After his 1991 induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of The Impressions, some music writers and critics stated that Butler also deserved a second induction as a solo artist, based upon his successful career as a recording artist and songwriter after leaving that group. Butler died from Parkinson's disease at his home in Chicago on February 20th, 2025 at the age of 85.
Gene Hackman, 2-time Academy Award winner and legendary actor, and his wife, classical pianist Betsy Arakawa, were found dead Wednesday afternoon at their residence in the Santa Fe Summit community, northeast of the city. Gene Hackman died at the age of 95. His death, as well as that of the actor's 63-year-old wife, Betsy Arakawa, was confirmed by local authorities. Santa Fe County Sheriff Adnan Mendoza stressed in an official statement that there were no indications of suspicious circumstances in the couple's death. Nevertheless, the investigation into the case is ongoing, and authorities are awaiting the issuance of a search warrant to probe into the causes of the tragedy. As the Daily Mail reports, just after midnight on Thursday, February 27th, Santa Fe County Sheriff Adnan Mendoza confirmed that Gene Hackman and his wife were dead. Their dog is also dead. In an interview with local media, Mendoza indicated that there was no direct evidence to indicate third-party involvement. He did not disclose the cause of death or specify when exactly their deaths might have occurred. Gene Hackman wanted to become an actor as a teenager, but he became one rather late, only at the age of about 30. However, it is worth noting the great determination with which he fought for his first film roles. The breakthrough role in his career was the creation of Buck Barrow in Arthur Penn's Bonnie and Clyde. For it, the actor was nominated for an Oscar for the first time. He later received 4 more nominations. He received statuettes for his roles in The French Connection and Unforgiven. Hackman's greatest professional successes came in the 1970s, when in addition to the aforementioned The French Connection, he also starred in Scarecrow, Night Moves, Bite the Bullet, A Bridge Too Far, and Superman, among others. The next decade brought him roles in films: Reds, Under Fire, Power, No Way Out, and the Superman sequels. In later years, he still starred in Mississippi Burning, Wyatt Earp, Geronimo, An American Legend, The Firm, Crimson Tide, The Quick and the Dead, Enemy of the State, Twilight, and Under Suspicion, among others. Hackman's last film was Donald Petrie's Welcome to Mooseport. The picture premiered in 2004. The American is also the co-author of 3 novels: Wake of the Perdido Star, Justice for None, and Escape from Andersonville. He wrote them together with underwater archaeologist Daniel Lenihan. In 2004, he announced the end of his acting career. He packed up his belongings, left Los Angeles, and went to peaceful New Mexico. As he emphasized in interviews, he never regretted it. Initially, some thought that this shocking decision had to do with his marriage. However, the Oscar winner gave up acting because of the severe stress he was under. It became unbearable when his heart problems. Rose Gironi, believed to be the world's oldest Holocaust survivor, has died in New York, JTA reported. Girone, who turned 113 in January, was born in the territory of present-day Ukraine and fled to China before World War II. Girone died on Monday. The cause of her death was advanced age, her daughter Reha Benakasa relayed. Girone was born in 1912 as Rose Rubfogel to a Jewish family in Janov, Galicia, now Ivano-Frankivsk in Ukraine. She and her relatives then moved to Hamburg, and in 1938 she married and settled in what was then Breslau, Germany. Her husband was soon arrested and imprisoned in Buchenwald concentration camp. By obtaining a Chinese visa, she managed to escape from Germany to Shanghai with her husband and newborn daughter, who had been taken out of the camp. After the Japanese occupied the city, the family was forced to live in the ghetto. Rose later recalled that her family and herself were saved by her passion for crocheting, which provided them with a livelihood. The woman learned to knit as a child. In the Shanghai ghetto, she made clothes this way for her young daughter, and in time began selling her products. In 1947, the family moved to the U.S., where Rose later divorced and remarried. She moved several times and eventually settled in New York, where she ran knitting stores and taught crochet. At the age of 68, she sold her business but did not stop knitting. After her husband's death, she lived alone, and at 103 moved to a nursing home near where her daughter and granddaughter lived. She was a strong, resilient woman. She coped as best she could under terrible circumstances. She was very balanced, very sane. She helped me with everything, her 86-year-old daughter said of her late mother. Pamela Bach Hasselhoff, ex-wife of David Hasselhoff, has been found dead in her Hollywood Hills home. According to reports, it was her daughter Haley who discovered the body. According to foreign press reports, the 62-year-old actress took her own life. A neighbor, Hiromi Osieki, in an interview with the Daily Mail, recounted the dramatic events of that evening. Around 9 p.m. in the evening, she noticed the arrival of rescuers near Pamela's house. I heard a young woman screaming and crying. I believe it was Haley Hasselhoff, Osieki reported. She was in hysterics, screaming in the street. "I just want to take my car." The police tried to calm her down and get her into the house, but she went out and in several times, he recalls. Hiromi and her husband John say Haley lived with her mother about a decade ago and recognized her car parked in front of the house. "The last time I saw Pamela was on Monday evening when she was taking out the garbage. She looked sad," Hiromi recalls. John adds, "It's shocking because she was very open and often talked to people while walking her dogs." Pamela's agent Sharon Kelly, in a moving statement to Page 6, said, "I am in shock and still trying to accept the fact that my wonderful client, who was truly a good soul, is dead. I am reunited with her family, her beautiful daughters and grandchildren, whom she talked about constantly and loved so much." Pamela was extremely proud of who her daughters had become. David Hasselhoff, Pamela's former husband with whom she was involved from 1989 to 2006, commented on the tragedy. "Our family is deeply saddened by the death of Pamela Bach Hasselhoff. We are grateful for the expressions of love and support during this difficult time, but ask that our privacy be respected as we mourn." Pamela and David had two daughters, Haley, 32, and Taylor Hasselhoff, 34, who are now mourning their mother. Bach Hasselhoff was an American actress and TV personality who viewers could see on Sunshine Patrol. Pamela Bach appeared in various film and television productions, but her career did not reach the same popularity as that of her ex-husband. She was on vacation in Mexico to celebrate her 25th birthday with friends. The day before the big day, however, tragedy struck. Alicia Burney from the U.S. in early March went on vacation to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, where she was to celebrate her 25th birthday. But the joyous time was interrupted by an unexpected tragedy. Burney, who was followed by more than 2 million people on TikTok and had more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube, died suddenly in her sleep. The network star's death was announced by her brother via social media. Alicia died from an asthma attack she suffered in her sleep, a day before her birthday. "Good morning, Burney Bunch. I come with great sadness that my little sister Alicia Burney has passed. Please allow our family time to grieve during this time. It is extremely difficult seeing all of the false narratives trying to defame her legacy, and we are ready to take legal action for those continuing to spread false information regarding her passing. We know so many people care about her, and will share more information soon. But just give us some time and please stop harassing the family. Her legacy will still live on forever." The influencer's brother also revealed that Alicia dreamed of becoming a director and opening a production studio in Kansas City. In an interview with Fox 4 News, however, he said that the woman passed away the day before her 25th birthday, precisely as a result of an asthma attack. At the time, she was on vacation, where she was to celebrate her day. She was in Mexico to celebrate her birthday. She was a very classy young woman. Alicia was very goal-oriented, creative, and passionate about giving back. She had completed a bachelor's degree in digital media production and was working toward a master's degree, the man said. At the age of 71, completely unexpectedly, Ulysses Lee Bridgman, better known simply as Junior Bridgman, former NBA player and Milwaukee Bucks legend, passed away. The former player made a name for himself not only by playing in the world's best basketball league, but also by the fact that after his career ended, he celebrated great success as a businessman and made a fortune worth a total of nearly $1.5 billion. Bridgman's death came completely unexpectedly. The man was attending an event organized by Scouting America in the city of Louisville on Tuesday, when he suddenly felt unwell during an interview. According to reports, the former athlete allegedly stated that, "I think he had a heart attack." An ambulance was immediately summoned to the scene, while the man's life unfortunately could not be saved. The Milwaukee Bucks team, to which Junior Bridgman devoted most of his career, was plunged into mourning. "We are shocked and saddened by the tragic passing of Bucks legend and owner Junior Bridgman. We send our deepest condolences to his family." Bridgman came to the NBA with the number 8 pick in the first round of the 1975 draft. He was originally selected by the Los Angeles Lakers, but was practically immediately traded to the Bucks as part of the famous swap, which was followed to California by, among others, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He played for the Milwaukee team for almost his entire professional career, which lasted from 1975 to 1987. The exception was 1984 to 1986, when he ended up in the City of Angels for a longer period anyway, tying up with the Clippers. The Bucks, in 1988, as a token of their appreciation for the player, reserved the number 2 with which he played in Wisconsin. After Bridgman's split with his beloved sport took place, the American went firmly into business, founding a food company. As Sports Illustrated recalled, he made his fortune by, among other things, buying up more than 450 restaurants under the Wendy's and Chili's franchises. Later, he was also a Coca-Cola distributor, and in recent years, he also invested in the media industry, buying up Ebony and Jet magazines. In 2016, Forbes named him the fourth highest-earning former athlete in the world, surpassed only by fellow athlete Michael Jordan, David Beckham, and golf legend Arnold Palmer. In February of this year, the same Forbes reported that Junior Bridgman's wealth was already more than $1.4 billion. In September of the previous year, the businessman also bought a 10% stake in the Bucks, once again putting his stamp on the history of the Milwaukee Bucks. Carl Ulf Sture Lundström was a Swedish businessman and far-right political activist. Carl Lundström was the son of Ulf Lundström and the grandson of Carl Edvard Lundström, founder of the world's largest crisp bread producer, Wasabröd. When his father died in 1973, Carl was one of 5 heirs to Wasabröd. In 1982, Wasabröd was sold to the Swiss pharmaceutical company Sandoz. Lundström founded and financed a number of companies, notably Swedish telecom, internet, and co-location provider Rikstelecom. Between 2003 and 2005, Lundström's company Rikstelecom provided services and equipment to torrent tracker The Pirate Bay. Lundström was one of the 4 defendants in the Pirate Bay trial, charged with accessory to breaching copyright law. On 17 April 2009, the Stockholm District Court found all defendants guilty and sentenced them to 1 year in prison and to jointly pay 30 million Swedish kronor, approximately 2.7 million euros or $3.5 million US, in damages. The verdict was appealed. The appeal was partially successful, as his sentence was reduced to 4 months, but the fine was increased to 32 million Swedish kronor. Lundström served his prison sentence. Lundström was involved with various far-right political organizations in Sweden. In the 1980s, he was a member of Bevara Sverige Svenskat. In 1991, Lundström financed the Progress Party, which later merged with the Sweden Democrats, and in 2001, the National Democrats publicized having received a donation of 5,000 Swedish kronor from Lundström. In 2005, Lundström took part in an oppositional group within the Swedish Taxpayers Association, protesting the association's passive stance on the issue of costs for immigration. Lundström stood as a candidate for Alternative for Sweden in the 2021 Swedish Church Assembly elections. Lundström died on 10 March 2025 when the plane he was piloting crashed into a hut in Velika Planina, Slovenia. He was 64. Lundström was the only person on board, en route from Zagreb to St. Gallen Alten Rhine. Alan Couey Simpson was an American politician from Wyoming. A member of the Republican Party, he served as a member of the United States Senate from 1979 to 1997. Simpson was the Republican whip in the U.S. Senate from 1985 to 1995, as Majority Whip from 1985 to 1997-1987, and Minority Whip from 1987 to 1995. He also served as co-chair of the National Commission on Fiscal Responsibility and Reform with Democratic Party co-chair Erskine Bowles of North Carolina. Born in Denver, Simpson graduated from the University of Wyoming's law school. Simpson served in the Wyoming House of Representatives and won election to the United States Senate. His father, Millward Simpson, served in the same seat. Simpson served as the Senate Republican whip. After serving 3 terms in the Senate, Simpson declined to seek re-election in 1996. After leaving office, Simpson practiced law and taught at different universities. He also served on the Continuity of Government Commission, the American Battle Monuments Commission, and the Iraq Study Group. In 2010, President Barack Obama appointed him to co-chair the National Commission on Fiscal Responsibility and Reform, which made several recommendations on ways to reduce the national debt. He has been a vocal proponent of amending the U.S. Constitution to overturn Citizens United v. FEC and allow Congress to set reasonable limits on campaign spending in U.S. elections. In 1954, Simpson married Anne Schroll, who he had met while studying at the University of Wyoming. Together they had 3 children named William, Colin, and Susan. The June 7, 1994, edition of the supermarket tabloid Weekly World News reported that 12 U.S. senators were aliens from other planets, including Simpson. The Associated Press ran a follow-up piece which confirmed the tongue-in-cheek participation of Senate offices in the story. Then Senator Simpson's spokesman Charles Pelkey, when asked about Simpson's galactic origins, told the AP, "We've got only one thing to say, Klaatu Barada Nikto." This was a quotation from a classic science fiction film, The Day the Earth Stood Still, in which an alien arrives by flying saucer in Washington, D.C. Simpson also played himself in a cameo appearance for the 1993 film Dave. In December 2012, Simpson filmed a Gangnam-style video for a campaign, with a man in a tin can costume. The video, aimed at young people, is called "The Can Kicks Back," a reference to the tendencies of members of Congress to forever kick the can down the road in order to avoid making difficult decisions about lowering the national debt. In the video, Simpson admonishes younger Americans to make better use of their social media than Instagramming your breakfast and tweeting your first world problems. He advises younger people to use their social media skills and resources to rally their friends to join the Can Kicks Back. If younger Americans do not take heed, Simpson says, these old coots will clean out the treasury before you get there. Simpson's health declined after contracting frostbite in his late 80s, which led to the amputation of his lower left leg and foot. In December 2024, he broke a hip and never fully recovered, and he died under hospice care in Cody, Wyoming, on March 14, 2025. He was 93. Sad news is coming from the world of American cinematography. At the age of 58, David Steve Cohen, one of the main screenwriters of the cult animation Courage the Cowardly Dog, has passed away. For the last time, he faced a progressive cancer disease. The news of his death was confirmed by the Cartoon Network station. The Things We Do for Love. Thank you, David, for your work on the strangely beautiful world of courage, lovingly adding to our childhood trauma while teaching poignant life lessons. How you've brought to life a scared but courageous little dog reminds us that we can do anything, even if we're afraid. Rest well. It reads, over the years, the screenwriter has gained great recognition in the art industry. In a Facebook post, animation historian Jerry Beck also said goodbye to him. R.I.P. David Stephen Cohen. I just heard that my friend has passed from cancer. He was an accomplished writer, composer, producer, animation lover, and friend. Among his work, live-action comedy series, Pee-wee's Playhouse, Alf, Parker Lewis Can't Lose, etc., and hilarious work on funny animated series like Alf Tales, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and many others, and the feature film Balto, among much else. What a great guy, a true friend to all. You did good, David. You won't be forgotten. David Steve Cohen was born on August 5, 1966 in New York. He gained wider recognition by joining the staff of screenwriters in the first season of the series, Courage the Cowardly Dog, 1999 to 2002. From the second to the fourth season, he took on the role of chief screenwriter of the production about the pink dog. At the turn of the year, Cohen was also responsible for scripts for other series, including Alf, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Moreover, he contributed to the success of the animated series Alf Tales and the feature film Balto. Sad news circulated the sports world this morning. At the age of 76, legendary fighter George Foreman has died. He was one of the most recognizable figures in the world of the discipline. He was a two-time heavyweight champion of the world and also had a gold medal at the Olympic Games to his credit. A devout preacher, devoted husband, loving father, and proud grandfather and great-grandfather, he lived a life marked by unwavering faith, humility, and purpose. Thanis conveyed the tragic news to the family of the former athlete. Triumph at the 1968 Mexico City Olympics made the American take the path towards professional boxing. This turned out to be an excellent decision. After the Olympic final against USSR fighter Jonas Sepoulis, he continued to build his legend for years to come. Between 1969 and 1972, he won all his fights. Shortly thereafter, in 1973, he won in the second round against world champion Joe Frazier. The humanist, Olympian, and two-time world heavyweight champion was deeply respected, a force for good, a man of discipline, conviction, and a defender of his legacy who fought tirelessly to preserve his good name for his family. We are grateful for the outpouring of love and prayers. and kindly ask for privacy as we honor the extraordinary life of the man we were blessed to call our own, it read. Foreman was a two-time world champion. After the aforementioned great triumph against Frazier and as many as 6 knockdowns of his rival, he had to swallow a bitter pill. In 1974, he lost the fight to defend his title against Muhammad Ali. In Kinshasa, he lost his most valuable belt, and the Rumble in the Jungle duel was one of the most famous in the history of the sport. He ended his career in 1977, but returned to the ring in 1994 to regain the world title at the age of 45. His victory against Michael Moore gave him the status of a legend. He finally ended his boxing career in 1997 with a record of 76 wins and 5 losses. Despite his athletic successes and subsequent business triumphs, Foreman remained a man of deep faith to the end of his life, and according to his loved ones, was always guided by humility and honesty. He built his own church in Texas, and through his charitable work tried to set an example for young people, showing that anyone can make a transformation and come out on top. Bell was born in Portsmouth, Virginia. He first showed signs of his impending tallness when he stood 5 feet 4 inches at 9 years old. Bell said he had a medical condition called gigantism, which caused excessive growth hormone secretion during childhood. He stated that through high school he never grew so tall that he felt out of place. By the time he was in his early 20s, however, his height had exceeded 7 feet 2.1 meters. Although he believed later that he was 7 feet 7 inches, 2.31 meters, the measurements for the Guinness Book showed he had grown another inch. He said he did not suffer from some of the other effects of gigantism, such as an enlarged heart, although he did have to take medications. He attended college at Morris Brown College and Biola University, playing basketball for both schools. Bell played basketball professionally with the Harlem Wizards and Harlem Globetrotters show teams. He retired from basketball at age 30. He was a deputy sheriff in Norfolk, Virginia, from December 2000 to May 2014. Bell was featured on the AMC show Freak Show throughout its 2 seasons. In an interview for the show, he revealed that he had appeared as an alien who landed on top of the LA Coliseum at the closing ceremonies of the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. He also appeared on season 4 of American Horror Story. Bell and his ex-wife Joyce raised a daughter, Donnie Bell. He died at his home in Durham, North Carolina, on March 19, 2025. He was 67 years old. Joshua Blackledge has died. He was an avid social media user, with more than 1 million followers on TikTok, where he published posts under the username F30JoshH. "I never would have thought I would be here without you," wrote his girlfriend in an emotional goodbye. The popular teen influencer active on TikTok died suddenly at the age of 16. According to an obituary provided by Noe Brooks Funeral Home of Morehead City, North Carolina, Joshua Blackledge died March 18th at home. Carteret County records do not list a cause of death. Joshua was an avid social media user, with more than 1 million followers on TikTok, where he published posts under the username F30JoshH. Tens of thousands of TikTok users flooded Joshua's last post with messages of condolence. "Rest in peace, you passed away too soon," wrote one user. "I really can't believe he passed away, I'm in shock, it's very sad," added another. According to his obituary, Joshua was an energetic spirit who had a passion for the outdoors and loved being near water, whether fishing or boating with friends. He also loved cars and trucks. Joshua's love of cars and trucks was evident in his posts on TikTok, where he shared videos and photos of various vehicles, including a March 8th post showing him upgrading a white truck. The cause of his death is still unknown. Jean Marsh, a British actress and writer, known for her roles in productions of The Eagle Has Landed, Willow, and Frenzy, has died at the age of 90. The news of her death was confirmed by her agent, as well as her friend filmmaker Michael Lindsay Hogg. The actress passed away on Sunday, April 13th at her home in London. The cause of death was complications related to dementia. Lindsay Hogg revealed that Jean Marsh died peacefully in her bed. Marsh's friend emphasized her versatile talent and unique personality, which inspired affection among people. She was as smart and funny as no one I've ever met, and very pretty and kind, talented both as an actress and a writer. an instinctively empathetic person who was loved by everyone who met her. Lindsay Hogg said in an interview with The Guardian. Jean Marsh was born in July 1934 and began her artistic journey in the 1940s, initially playing supporting roles. In the 1950s and 1960s, she appeared in numerous TV series, such as The Twilight Zone, Danger Man, and I Spy. Her first significant career move was a role in the TV series Doctor Who, where she played the characters of Joan and Sarah Kingdom from 1965 to 1966. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, Marsh gained more recognition, playing the lead role in the crime series The Informer. However, her real fame came with the costume drama Upstairs, Downstairs, which she co-wrote and starred in as Rose Buck. The production, which depicted the lives of British aristocracy and their servants in the early 20th century, debuted in 1971 and aired for 5 seasons, winning prestigious awards, including an Emmy. The statuette for Best Drama Actress was just awarded to Marsh. After completing her work on Upstairs, Downstairs, she appeared in many popular productions in both film and television. She appeared in Hawaii Five-0, 9 to 5, and Murder, She Wrote, among others. In 2010, she returned to her iconic role in the reboot of Upstairs, Downstairs, which ran for 2 seasons on the BBC. Marsh has struggled with health problems throughout her career. In 2011, the actress underwent a minor stroke, which affected her professional activity in recent years. In 2012, the actress was awarded the Order of the British Empire, recognizing her impact on the arts and culture of the United Kingdom. The last time Marsh became professionally involved was in 2016, when she lent her voice to the podcast series Doctor Who: The Early Adventures. Wink Martindale, an icon of American television and radio, best known as the charismatic host of iconic teleseminars, has died at the age of 91. The news of his death was confirmed by his distraught family, who stressed in a statement to the media that in his last moments he was accompanied by his beloved wife Sandra, with whom he spent almost half a century. According to U.S. gossip sites, the cause of Wink Martindale's death was cancer. The American heard the diagnosis about a year ago, but in recent weeks his health rapidly deteriorated. He passed away in the hospital, where he was taken after being diagnosed with lymphoma. Wink Martindale went down in television history as the unforgettable host of such hits as Gambit and Tic-Tac-Toe. His talent and ease in front of the camera made viewers love him for his naturalness and warm approach to the participants. Later, he also successfully hosted the programs High Rollers and Debt, consolidating his position in the entertainment industry. Wink Martindale also became famous for his friendship with Elvis Presley, who often guested on the programs he hosted. Martindale also scored a musical episode in his career. In 1959, his spoken word song Deck of Cards unexpectedly conquered the charts in both the United States, reaching number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, and the United Kingdom, where it reached number 5 on the UK singles chart. In addition to his work in radio and television, Martindale also hosted the science fiction children's program Mars Patrol and the teenage dance show Teenage Dance Party, which featured a guest appearance by rock and roll legend Elvis Presley himself. His debut as a talk show host was in 1964 on the NBC program What's This Song? Wink Martindale himself, in a 2017 interview, revealed his secret to being a good host. A good host is a person who loves people. In recent years, we've seen him guest starring in such TV productions as Most Outrageous Game Show Moments, The Chase, Fashion for Success, and in commercials for well-known brands, in recognition of his contribution to the entertainment industry in 2006. Martindale received his star on the famous Hollywood Walk of Fame. At his death, he left a bereaved sister, daughters, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and his beloved wife Sandra. Joe Thompson, a Manchester United alumni, has died. The footballer died at the age of 36 after a battle with cancer. The tragic news was released by the club via social media. Joe Thompson took his first footballing steps at Manchester United's academy, joining at the age of 9. However, the midfielder failed to make his debut in their colors. He spent most of his career in the lower English leagues. In total, he played 221 games at League One and Liège 2 level, the third and fourth tiers of the English game respectively. Thompson finished his career in 2019 in the colours of Rochdale. 6 years earlier, the footballer was first diagnosed with cancer, but it was eradicated within 6 months. In 2017, the disease returned, but this time too, it was eradicated after 2 months of chemotherapy. In 2024, it turned out that Thompson developed cancer for the third time. He was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma, which also attacked his lungs. Unfortunately, after a long battle, Thompson died. The Englishman was only 36 years old. Rochdale Football Club is devastated to learn of the passing of Joe Thompson. Joe, who had been bravely battling cancer for a third time, passed away peacefully at home on Thursday, with his family by his side. Known by those close to Rochdale as Joey T, he made over 200 appearances for his local team, representing the badge with pride. We first knew Joe primarily as a talented footballer, but we would soon grow to adore his loving, infectious personality. He faced every battle head-on, both on and off the pitch. His journey and indomitable spirit have been an inspiration for everyone who has been touched by his story. Above all of that, Joe was a loving husband to Chantel and an incredible father to Tylula and Athena Ray. Our thoughts are with Joe's family and friends at this incredibly sad time. Sophie Nuvide, a former child movie star, was found unconscious on April 14th at her home in Bennington. Officers who arrived at the scene undertook rescue efforts, but the actress was eventually pronounced dead at the scene. In an interview with the Daily Mail, Lieutenant Camillo Grande of the Bennington Police Department stressed that the investigation into Nuvide's death is still open, but there is no indication of third-party involvement. At this stage, we have no additional information to disclose, Grande said. Asked about the actress's possible legal problems, Grande confirmed that she was known to police in the context of drug use. Sophie Nuvide was originally from Burlington, Vermont. She began her acting career at a young age, appearing in the film Bella, directed by Alejandro Monteverde. In 2009, she starred alongside Michelle Williams in Mammoth, and in 2014 she appeared in Darren Aronofsky's production of Noah, alongside stars such as Russell Crowe, Jennifer Connelly, and Emma Watson. The actress's mother, Shelley Gibson, also an actress, posted a touching post on Instagram. "Rest in peace, my Sophie. She was a light to all who met her. For us who were close to her, this is a huge loss, and we need a lot of time to come to terms with her passing. I know that I will never do that. God, how much I love my daughter. I want her back. Rise high, my love. You have always been able to." The family also published an obituary describing Sophie as a beloved daughter, granddaughter, sister, friend, and new aunt. Creative, athletic, and wise beyond her age, Sophie accomplished so much during her time on the ground. Literally, she danced while she moved. She was happiest on the set, becoming someone else. It was a safe place for her, one wrote. The family encouraged donations to the RAINN organization. Rob Holland was an aerobatic pilot from the United States. Holland died in an MX aircraft MXS crash at Langley Air Force Base on April 24, 2025. Holland enrolled at Daniel Webster College, where he earned his Bachelor of Science degrees in Aviation Flight Operations and Aviation Management. He also earned his pilot's ratings from the same institution. Soon after obtaining his pilot's license, he began actively learning aerobatics. Beginning in 2002, Holland was an active participant in air shows. His unique approach to aerobatics, which included introducing innovative maneuvers that had never been seen before, earned him a reputation as one of the most creative and skilled aerobatic pilots in the world. Holland's formation aerobatic skills were showcased through his performances with both the Firebirds Extreme Team and the 4CE Force aerobatic team. In 2012, Holland was awarded the International Council of Airshows' prestigious Art School Award for Showmanship recipient. Holland was also an active member of the competition aerobatic community from 2001 OM. He represented the USA as a member of the U.S. Advanced Aerobatic Team and the U.S. Unlimited Aerobatic Team. Holland's championship titles include 6-time world 4-minute freestyle aerobatic champion, 13-time consecutive U.S. national aerobatic champion, and 14-time U.S. 4-minute freestyle aerobatic champion. In addition, he won the 2015 World Air Games freestyle gold medal and was the 2008 World Advanced Aerobatic Champion. He was also the recipient of the Charlie Hillard Trophy 5 times, in 2013, 2017, 2019, 2022, and 2024, and the Eric Mueller Trophy in 2019. He also won 38 medals in international competition, including 14 gold medals. In 2024, he achieved a bronze medal podium finish at the World Aerobatic Championships in Poland. Holland is the only pilot in history to win 6 World 4-minute freestyle titles, 13 consecutive U.S. national titles, and 14 total U.S. 4-minute freestyle titles. Giuffre, who accused Prince Andrew of sexual assault in 2021, is dead. She was 41 years old. The woman's death was announced by her family. According to the BBC, in a statement released on Friday, the family announced the death of Virginia Giuffre. The woman died at her home in Western Australia, where she had lived for many years with her husband and 3 children. It stressed that she was a warrior in the fight against sexual exploitation and human trafficking, and that she was a light that helped so many victims. Despite all the adversity she faced in her life, she shone so brightly. "We will miss her beyond measure," it wrote. A statement was also issued by the woman's spokesman, Dini van Muffling. He described her as one of the most extraordinary people I have ever had the privilege of knowing. He stressed that she was a beacon for other survivors and victims, and representing her was a privilege of a lifetime. The woman's family conveyed that the 41-year-old took her own life. Australian police reported that they were called to a house in Near Gabby, an agricultural area on the outskirts of Perth, at night and found Giuffre unconscious. An investigation has been launched into the case, but according to preliminary findings, her death does not raise suspicions of possible third-party involvement. Virginia Giuffre filed a lawsuit in a New York court in 2021, accusing Prince Andrew, brother of British King Charles III, claiming that she was sexually abused by him in 2001 when she was 17. She was alleged to be one of a large group of girls who were lured by the late American financier Jeffrey Epstein with promises of work and were then offered to his influential friends. One of them was said to be Prince Andrew. This one has consistently denied it. In March 2022, it was announced that Giuffre and the prince had reached an out-of-court settlement. Giuffre was one of the first people to demand criminal proceedings against Jeffrey Epstein and one of his most prominent accusers. 3 weeks ago, Giuffre wrote on social media that she was in very serious condition after a car accident. As she stated, doctors gave her 4 days to live. Police, however, reported that there had been a minor collision and no injuries sustained in the accident were reported. Priscilla Pointer, an actress whose face was familiar to viewers of popular TV series and films of the 1980s, and mother of acclaimed actress Amy Irving, has died at the age of 100. The artist's death was announced by her daughter in a moving post on social media. Priscilla Pointer passed away peacefully in her sleep on April 28th at a nursing home in Ridgefield, Connecticut. According to the deceased's family, the cause of the actress's death was classified as natural. "I hope she will now be reunited with her beloved husbands and dogs," Amy Irving wrote on Instagram, stressing that her mother will be remembered as a warm, special woman. Pointer was born in 1924 in New York to a family of artists. Her career began on the theater stage. She made her Broadway debut in 1965 in the play Danton's Death, and over the following years appeared in such classics as A Streetcar Named Desire and Yerma. In the 1970s, she began to appear more and more often in television productions. Viewers could see her in such series as NYPD, Knots Landing, ER, Newhart, and Adam 12. She became immensely popular for her role as Rebecca Barnes Wentworth in the cult series Dallas, in which she starred in 44 episodes between 1981 and 1983. Pointer was married to theater director Jules Irving, with whom she founded the San Francisco Actors Workshop, an institution aimed at promoting ambitious theater. The couple had 3 children, Katie, David, and Amy. After Jules' death in 1979, the actress remarried. to Robert Simons, with whom she had known since the 1950s. In interviews, Amy Irving repeatedly recalled what childhood was like in a house filled with art. Mom wouldn't leave us with babysitters. She would plant us in the front row and play while glancing at us at the same time, she recalled in an interview with the Los Angeles Times. Pointer and her daughter Amy appeared together as many as 6 times, including in the 1976 cult horror film Carrie, Honeysuckle Rose, and Carried Away. In addition to Dallas, Pointer also appeared in the films Mommy Dearest, Blue Velvet, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and Twilight Zone the movie. Although she has never been a major Hollywood star, for many viewers she has become a symbol of secondary acting, solid, emotional, and full of authenticity.